Welcome again. We're gonna be talking about my wife does not care about the marriage anymore. What do I do? Usually, it is the women that cry out first about a disconnection of their husband or a feeling of uh, neg- neglect or negligence on the part of their husbands. But sometimes, from time to time, I get a man who says, my wife doesn't care about marriage. She doesn't complain like she used to. She doesn't react and she does nothing. She's just checked out of the marriage. What do I do? I'm going to answer that question today. And I hope that it helps you move your marriage along. The first thing I want you to think about, first thing I want you to think about is what makes a woman to become indifferent to her marriage? What makes a woman to become indifferent in her marriage? That's what we're going to be looking at, and that's how we can fix the problem. But before we go to fix the problem, let's talk about the problem. So you find that maybe a few years down the ago, months maybe, your wife will complain. I don't like what you're doing. You're not doing this. You're not helping me with the things at home. You're always one thing or the other. So maybe you're always playing on your Xbox. You're not helping me with the children. You are not praying with me. There are 1,001 complaints that your wife may have been bringing up to you. Then you notice that she stopped complaining. At first, it's a good thing if she starts complaining, but then there's something worse than that, which is not even caring at all. So it's not like she's not complaining and she's happy, but she's not complaining, but at the same time, she's not happy. She's not engaging with you any longer like she used to. Then you wish she would complain. Because when she complains, you can try to solve the problem. Because as men, we are designed to want to solve problems. But the way you got here is because every time she would complain, you would try to solve the problem that she complained about rather than solving the underlying problem. When a woman is complaining about something, we men we tend to try to deal with what she's complaining about, but there's an underlying thing that she's complaining, and it's the same for men and women, but it's just we express them differently. What everyone is usually complaining about is that I don't feel loved by you. I don't feel safe. I think something else is more important to you than me. If you go ahead and solve the problem that she's complaining about, of course, it will remove the symptom that is articulating. But really, instead of just going to solve the symptom, you need to articulate that you understand the real problem, which is I don't feel loved by you. When you solve that problem, you will then add on to that your plans and your process for dealing with the symptom, and the symptom will go away according like and it's the truth. If you take care of the heart problem, symptom will go away. When a woman stops complaining, she stops engaging. And she's not just going to stop complaining and engaging. She will also withdraw from intimacy, and she may also have withdrawn from doing anything proactively. So if you say the reason why I really want my marriage to work is I don't fail at things, and I'm so frustrated that this one is failing. It's failing, and I don't want it to fail. I don't want to be a failure. I hate being a failure. And my wife is a good woman, and I know my heart that I'm a good man, but I don't understand why this is failing. Is it because we're not compatible? I want to say to you right off the bat, without wasting much time, it's not because you're not compatible. It's because you've not been answering her question. There's a break in communication. Not that you cannot communicate, but there's a break. There's something that she's been saying. You've not heard her, and there are things that you've been saying and she's not heard you. So we're gonna work on that. I ask you more questions. So somebody else may say to me, the reason why I don't want this to break is because I think it's not a good example for the children. Not a good example for the children. All of these are reasons that I've heard. They're not the best reasons, but the I don't worry about this reasons, these answers, because if you had the correct answer, you won't be in the state where you are. Because the correct answer is that I'm worried that something is going on with her and that she's hurt, that she's going through pain, and I don't want her to be in pain. Now, that's the right answer. Uh, there's no right answer. That's the answer that can really move you forward very quickly, very quickly. If you're in that space, then you're blessed because you have moved from thinking about you or the marriage. Now, so most people think about the marriage, but it's still about them. The picture of a good marriage. That's what they're fighting for. But what I want to hear when a person has moved forward is a heart that is caring about the pain that the wife is going through. So if you are able to articulate that, then you have moved forward. And so that's what I do. The first kind of meeting I meet with you, I try to get to know exactly where your heart is, and then I move your heart forward. I hope I can get you to the place where you're able to say, I don't want my wife to keep hurting like this. I feel that I've hurt her unintentionally because I've never wanted to hurt her. But the hurt has been so much now that she's built up a wall and I can get through that wall. I want to learn how to change that. If you're in that space, then you're going to get quick transformation. In my experience, it takes about a month of real work to get a man to suddenly or quick to begin to see properly that their actions, whether intentionally or unintentionally, has been hurting their wives. Now, sometimes that feels strange to them because they know that they are doing the right things. They know that they are saying the right things. They know that they are slaving for their wives, making sacrifices for their wives. But what they don't realize is that the wife was hurt before they got her, and their behaviors have increased the pain or have made it difficult for the pain to heal. And so, because we are so used to right and wrong, I'm right and wrong. I did this, I didn't do it. You need to be punished for this judgment. It's difficult for people to accept that you can be doing the right thing and it can be hurting someone. You can be in the right space and it can be hurting your wife. So we can try to move you from thinking right, wrong, but thinking wounded or not wounded, helps but does not help, hurts but does not hurt. And so when you notice, when you're able to move to this, then you're moving forward. So what's happening is that you need to accept that the reason why your wife is no more interested in pursuing you and chasing after you, complaining, trying to fix the marriage, trying to get you to go to a counselor, all of that. The reason why she stopped doing that is because she figured out she doesn't need to keep being hurt. And so she put up a wall to protect herself from hurting. You can, in order for you to get her to put down the wall, you have to first articulate that I understand that you're hurt and I want to know how I can operate so that I don't hurt you. And I don't want you to blow out your walls first. I want you to observe my transformation. And then as you do, lower your walls as long as it will take so that you can trust that I do love you and I've always loved you. But if you work on your heart and you hear your wife that every complaint that my wife makes is she's saying, I don't feel loved by you, you're going to be able to think and say, okay, how can I respond in a way that makes her feel loved without it affecting me, the way I think or act? I want you to know that whenever your wife, even for women, the same applies. When your husband is complaining about anything, you don't need to change that thing. That's not the goal. Because if you keep changing everything, you're going to lose yourself. The goal is to be able to communicate love to your spouse, regardless of how you normally do things. And if you try to fix a marriage that has foundational problem, you'll fix it for a while and then it will have problems again. But if you work on yourself, you work on your heart, you work on the way you interact and the way you express your love to your wife, regardless of what happens, you get that skill. It's a lifelong transferable skill. You can use it at work, you can use it with your children, you can use it with your community, you can use it at church, you can use it anywhere. If you are there struggling, you have exactly this problem. Your wife has disconnected from you. If you are in that situation, and I want to say to you, register for my masterclasses at adesobanja.com/masterclass. Don't stop there. Also, subscribe to get my friendship rebuilding cheat sheet. The friendship rebuilding cheat sheet is a one-page document, a PDF, that shows you what you need to do to rebuild friendship. So some of the things that I've said here and some more, you can download that with a video, and you can put that friendship rebuilding cheat sheet somewhere in your folder on your computer somewhere, but you can refer to it very quickly to remember what I said in the video. And you will have my email. Then you can respond to me and say, I need help as soon as possible. Can you help me? I will be happy to jump on a call with you and help you. That's why I respond to my emails by myself most times. Now, I may not be able to get back to you as quickly as you want, but I do get back to people on as long as you email me. Right? So may the Lord bless you and keep you. And until we meet again, continue to love like Jesus and make mega impact. The Lord bless you.